And hello everyone, welcome back to the Red October Network. Glad to see everybody. Just got back from work, so normally I don't really post a lot of stuff on here. Not thinking too much about it, but anyways, as you know, I want to get this up on YouTube so you can comment on it. As you know, Jerry Sandusky has been found guilty on 45 of the 48 counts, according to the news sources. He's already been taken into custody. Sentencing's coming up. He could spend up to 442 years in prison. And I just wanted to share with you some thoughts that I had about it. First of all, the humorous, I guess you could inject a little levity into this. Now he gets to shower with all the men he wants. Only these men are not going to be helpless, and if he tries any of the silly stuff on them, he's probably going to end up being the victim. And nobody's going to feel sorry for him, but just imagine a 68-year-old guy. But that's the laugh for this. But anyways, I think that this is a lot of things. First of all, this is closure for all the Penn Staters. You know, finally we can end this chapter of our lives. We're all proud Penn Staters, yet not all. Everybody thinks about the guy Gregory White from Austin, Texas. You know, I'll never hire a Penn Stater in my life. There was also this guy named Kaibelf, K-A-I-B-E-L-F, who commented on Penn Live, who said that, you know, because of the economy, you know, we don't even have to consider Penn Staters. You know, they're all supporting child molestation or whatever. But in short, though, I think this is good for all the kids who are affected. You know, they're finally putting a very sick man behind bars. Hopefully for the rest of his life. Probably for the rest of his life. But I also think, too, that this is closure for Penn State, because I think all the alumni, although not to the magnitude of the victims that Sandusky took care of, a lot of the alumni are victims too of this man, of Jerry Sandusky, because we're all a family at Penn State. You know, we all come from different backgrounds, different cities, different income levels, but we all have that one calling. We are Penn State. And I think basically with that now that Sandusky has been tried, that we can kind of put this chapter behind us. And we can finally go and be able to tell our kids and our grandkids very proudly, and our wives and our family very clearly that we do know better. We know that this is the way we want to go. And you can be proud to be a Penn Stater again. And I am proud to be a Penn Stater tonight. I think this is great. I think this is finally a Band-Aid on it. It may not be a healed wound for maybe even a whole lifetime or a whole generation. I don't know. But the thing is with it is that this establishes some closure. Obviously the victims are going to be scarred for life. And a lot of us who went to Penn State may now have known Jerry Sandusky, but have been accused of being supporting of that. And you know, some people like this one guy, Steve, who I know on a board, he said, "Oh, so you were guilty of it too? You were in there fornicating kids?" And you know, some people are just plain stupid. But but the thing is, what it is, that this is finally some closure. This is justice. So you can be proud to be a Penn Stater again. There was never anything wrong with Penn State in the first place. Let's just put it that way. A few bad people were kind of screwed up. People were still Catholics, and being proud as a Catholic, ask my mother, you know. But just because a few bad people were in there, a lot of Penn Staters have been very successful, like the CEO of the company I work for, Penn Stater. The head of AccuWeather, Penn Stater. The person who invented the atomic bomb, Penn Stater. Lots of other people. Franco Harris, for example, who went through the football program, never knew Sandusky, but he's successful. You know, Kurt Warner, not the one you're thinking of. LeVar Arrington. All those men came through. Phil Knight of Nike. love Penn State. Everybody loves Penn State. Nothing changed overnight. But this is finally the reestablishment of the brand of Penn State. That's for sure. And so I think you have to look and you have to be honest. So, but the biggest thing that I could say is this is closure for Joe Paterno. Now I know you're all sick of saying, oh, it's not about Joe Paterno, it's about the kids. But this man died and went to his grave knowing, and I quote him, that he should have done more. But I think you should all say a prayer for Joe Pa tonight, if you're religious. Or maybe donate to Thon, or donate to a charity, or donate to the Paterno Library. Do something. Because Joe Paterno was never the criminal here. He was never the criminal. I think a lot of us do agree that he should have been let go because he did play a significant part in it. But I think you should say a prayer for him tonight because he was never the guilty one. I will admit that. But now, if he were around, you think about it, he now is, and has always been in my mind, at least in a lot of Penn Staters' minds, he has always been a great man. You can't let one bad thing in 50, 60 years of coaching smear the whole name. It was bad, yes, it was a very grave crime, but this was never about Joe Paterno. Despite what Tom Ferry and that guy in the bar and all the media have said. But the one last thing I wanted to add was that, as you know, I'm a 2010 graduate of Penn State. I got my Bachelor of Science degree. And I remember shaking Graham Spanier's hand. I never agreed with the guy, but the thing is this, is I never hung up my degree. In fact, it's sitting up in my brother's room. And the reason why I didn't hang it up is because I said to myself, Penn State's not going to be worth it until I get a job in my field. As you can tell, I'm not working in my field, I'm working retail. But I think I just might hang it up. You know why? Because I think my job at Penn State was to learn, not to learn a skill or a trade, but to learn how to be a better person. To learn how to learn about different cultures, learn about different creatures on this earth, learn about the atmosphere, meteorology, climatology, geography, learn about rocks, learn about this, learn about that, but it was also learning about how to be a good person, how to judge correctly, but not be discriminatory, not to prejudge, but to know about what was good, what was bad, what can help, and what's kind of foolish. You don't get that from a lot of schools. I paid dearly, over $160,000 for my degree, and it's still all owed. But I think I might hang it up because it really means something to me now that, you know, that we can overcome these kind of incidents, that we can overcome a lot of really nasty things. We can overcome this incident. And yes, it's probably going to be forgotten a year from now. You know, there'll be the next best thing. The election's coming up. But in Penn Staters' minds, though, and in the minds of employers, we're finally back to where we were. We may not be the same. In fact, we shouldn't be the same. We should be smarter. We should be wiser. But I think, too, that the reason why I'm going to hang up my degree is because I think finally Penn State has done its job. Because I really questioned myself and I really was mad at Penn State, but I'm not anymore. So I just hope everybody kind of is glad that we've finally put this chapter behind us. Jerry Sandusky. But that's all I have to say about it. But I'm glad it's over with, and so anyways, leave your comments, tell me what you think, discuss, don't flame, and we'll see you later. We're going to be going to the beach in July, so we're going to have some 3D videos of the Ocean City Boardwalk probably. Alright, bye-bye.